out of nowhere, we got a certain familiar theme playing in the background if you watch NXT, and it's NXT Women's Champion Paige coming down to the ring. She talks over with AJ. They have a match, and boom, out of nowhere, we have a new Divas champion. So what was your reaction the moment you heard Paige's theme? Because I know we all watch NXT, so we knew it was her right off the bat.
I marked the hell out because actually I don't really know her theme quite well, so I heard that sort of screech, and I didn't know it was her until I saw the little P logo or whatever on the Titantron, and she walked out. Yeah, I know P. I said P. But when she walked out, I was just like, oh shit, like, it's going down. And it made sense. AJ just defeated every single diva on the roster. So it was cool to bring out somebody new. And it was just an awesome segment. My only complaint is that Paige wasn't exactly herself. She wasn't being this confident diva that was I expect her to kind of come out and be like, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Exactly, which actually leads to a pretty good question for the show from friend of the show, Roach McPoach. And he asks, what do you think of WWE changing guys like Big E and divas like Paige? I miss Big E doing the 5 count moment, and Paige came out like the 1, 2, 3 character. And I think almost everybody that watches NXT felt the same way. Because when I watched it, I'm like, that's not Paige. It looks like Paige, and she has the same name, but it was really weird.
Yeah, but they're two very different products. Like, think about like NXT as the small pond and WWE is the big pond. Paige is the big fish in the small pond there. Now all of a sudden she's moving up to the WWE, and now she's just the small dot in the big spectrum, or the small fish. So the whole timid thing worked, in my opinion, and then her actions spoke for her. So now maybe moving forward, she'll go back to that, like, I'm gonna beat your ass 'cause I'm Paige thing.
I think Paige wasn't really being herself in this segment. She was playing the role for the segment. She wasn't actually being her character. She had to act like that to sell the segment because they wanted this to be a shock that she would beat AJ. So she had to sort of act nervous and not ready. So it was really unexpected when all of a sudden she gets the pin and just wins it out of nowhere. Whereas if she kind of came in and was going to whip some ass, it may not have sold the shock of it, I guess.
I'm still going to go ahead and disagree really with how it felt, because one thing that she did have going is much like when CM Punk debuted in ECW, it was with a crowd that appreciated her. So the moment she came out, I mean, definitely, if you're somebody that doesn't watch NXT, but you watch that crowd's reaction, you think to yourself, okay, I got to look this Paige up, because, I mean, apparently she's pretty good. Look at how people are reacting to her. But I think first impressions are really important. And when we watch Paige on NXT, the reason she's gotten over is because she's all this nonsense anti-diva person. I can bring up an example of the Wyatt family, how they were transitioned to the WWE, and even though they were changed, they were still the Wyatts, just a little different. But with this, it was like a complete switch.
Like I said, I think she was just playing into that particular segment. And also the whole anti-diva thing. AJ's really not the best person to start that off with. I mean, it would have worked out so much better if someone like Nikki Bella or somebody like that was Diva's champion, because then really Paige could really kind of come out, stand next to her and be like, I'm the anti-diva, and you see that contrast between the two of them. But I still hold out hope that she's going to have her confidence and play more of the character she was in NXT as time moves on.
Hey, if you like this clip, you can check out full shows over at ByteThat.com, as well as iTunes and Stitcher by searching Byte That. Also, send us questions through Twitter at ByteThatCast or email ByteThatCast@gmail.com.